This is going to contain some more spoilers. So, if you haven't watched the first video, if you don't know what happens, you still want to see the movie. I don't know if a lot of people do anymore, but just a heads up that I'm probably going to have to dip into this movie a little bit. But this video isn't quite about the movie, but so much the reaction and how people react to, films that are really good and times that are really bad. I'm not saying that the Joker 2 is really good, but Joker 1 was an amazing movie in a time when Hollywood just pumps out, garbage film after garbage film. And I feel like a lot of people related to the character of Arthur Fleck because they themselves have felt ostracized or forsaken or let down by the system in some ways. It's very reminiscent of the movie. Me, myself, I had some problems with therapy, medication, etc. Basically, if you don't know by now, I was just kind of like a troubled kid who lashed out at a bully in anger, and the system was very quick to tell me I was bipolar. There was something wrong with me when maybe I just kind of had the natural human response of snapping. So when I say I could relate to this movie, I can because I think I kind of know what that's like to be in those situations where you're with a therapist who's supposed to quote unquote help you, but there's not a whole lot that they could actually realistically do. What really helped me was actually digging into my life, figuring out who I was as a person, not listening to people who were always trying to gaslight me. But as I was watching a lot of reviews, some of them that actually tried to understand what it was this movie was trying to say, others that were just so dead set on trying to tear everything down about it. When I was looking into the social commentary of the film and thinking about it on how as soon as Joker or Arthur Fleck just kind of tends to reject the Joker persona and then he's completely out of it and then he sees the world from more of an outside lens of what he's created and how a lot of people have used his tragedy as kind of a springboard for their hang-ups and to kind of really, tear down the system and it's just become a complete thing of madness and destruction. I think that there's some truth to that. Now, a lot of people who really idolized Arthur Fleck or related to him or, like I said, related to the whole vibe of the first film. And when I read the Twitter comments on people who were reviewing this movie, became very apparent to me that a lot of people really loved what they were doing with this character, the first movie, and it surprised me how many people could just relate, but it was very few that I actually saw saying that, they don't feel so alone anymore, knowing that so many people related to this character. Because I think the psychology of embracing that villain or the evil persona is you see someone who's kind of the odd one out in society and, they'll try to speak out in maybe a kind way or maybe a not destructive way or maybe just trying to vent. And then they realize nobody's even listening, no one cares, and it's going to keep going this way. And then when they start doing what's best for themselves, when they stop being the springboard for everybody, the doormat, the people who benefited from that doormat tended to get offended, like, how dare this person not let me just walk all over them anymore? So why not lean into that villain persona because you're going to be in the wrong no matter what you do, right? And it is alluded to in this movie because throughout the plot, it kind of seemed like no one really cared about the context of what happened in Arthur's life. It just seemed like they wanted to punish him for at least trying to find some sense of power or meaning in his life, as destructive as it was. No one really asked the questions, hey, what led up to him behaving like this? The only one that was the attorney, and even then she got shouted down by a lot of people. I think it was just kind of a social commentary on how a lot of society has really honestly devolved into this, manic circus. So even when someone wants to go speak out and talk about the root causes that cause, people to start relating to characters like this, nobody even wanted to listen to it because they've forgotten themselves too far into the shadow. Because it probably would have been really nice had that crowd said, hey, wait, we're all in this kind of together, and they kind of built something productive instead of just relying on an ideology of burn everything down. You know what I'm talking about? But you'll realize throughout human history, I think it's pretty common for people to want to burn it all down rather than build something up that's worth something. And the amount of people who figure this out, or channel their energy into something a little bit more positive, those people kind of come few and far between. So even though I empathize with the fanatics of the Joker, it's up to you whether you want to follow that method. And I think the ending of the movie honestly speaks out, because a lot of people are always, when they get to that mindset, they always love thinking about what they could do to other people and how much they could hurt other people, that they never think someone with a similar mindset is targeting them or anything could happen to them in that world. I think like one of these reviews said, it's a snake swallowing its own self whole. It's a vicious cycle that never ends. It doesn't actually come to a solution that genuinely helps anybody. It just adds more pain on top of the pain that is widely justified. And I would have to say to those people who, like I'm talking about in this video, really related to this persona, like, again, I understand, but there's a lot of people in the Batman universe, particularly, who you could relate to, who have tragic pasts, and not all of them always refer to, becoming the Joker. What about the ones that become like Batman, or the ones that become like Nightwing, or the ones that become like Robin? Because this whole movie universe of these two movies, it really did ring a different way when Batman wasn't present, or Robin, or any of these hero figures. It was all about the darkness that was inside Gotham before. And I think that is kind of the point. And maybe we could look at ourselves and say, look, I might be hurting in some way, shape, or form, or I might have related in a way, but I don't think I'm a lunatic clown who causes all sorts of destruction and wants to add to the fire. Maybe we could, quote unquote, put on a cape and cowl and try to build something positive, because we realize, hey, a lot of us are not crazy, because so many of us related to this first film. Because I don't really want to be the Joker. I'm going to be real. I don't want to be the Joker. If you could tell me that there's one person in the Batman universe I'd want to be, probably Nightwing. I think that that's someone who I really vibe and understand, mainly because I think that was the thing, is I was looking so hard for guidance after the whole therapy stuff I went through as a kid, that my biggest revelation that allowed me to, really grow and become someone, it all started when I stopped trying to be someone's sidekick or understudy or looking for a mentor, and I decided, okay, what is best for me? What is it that I want? Because I came from that world where I kind of felt misunderstood, discounted, like I could tell people my actual feelings, and it was like talking to a brick wall. I took that energy and started building something for myself, and started really trying to do something with my own life, and there was a lot of energy to be channeled. And I think that's because everybody's got to make that choice for themselves, though, and I have to accept that. So, when people are ready to, come down from this Joker mania, or, the mania online of hating Joker folie à deux, they might be able to, look at this like it's a bad dream, maybe, try to take what I'm saying into consideration, maybe even, and say, okay, should I try to identify as another character that has grievances, and how could I make more of a positive impact, or build a community, or find people who want to make things better? How do we come to a force for light, not a force for destruction? Because that is a big commentary I see on people who feel left behind by society. When I entered those groups, is a lot of them were still kind of looking out for solely themselves in a way, and I would see the vicious cycle that society put them through continue in those inner groups, and usually those groups would implode for those reasons, because everyone was still just thinking about themselves, despite getting upset about how selfish everybody in society was. Maybe that's why actions are just as important as words. That's why when we say we want to make a community that looks out for everybody, who's a part of it, and make sure no one really gets left behind, that it goes down like that, that we actually do have a place where people feel like they're part of something, or they feel like they're looked after. Not in a destructive sense by any means. I don't want, that community, that hypothetical community, to be focused on destruction, but building something great that is separate from this dystopia that a lot of us found ourselves in. But that's what I got to say. I got to wrap this up. I don't want this to drawn on for too long. Honestly, if you guys don't want to watch this movie or go to the theater and see it, honestly, it might actually help that this movie bombed in the box office because it's going to go to demand very fast. And if I want to rewatch it, I just have to spend more time watching it. I don't have to spend any time or money at the movies on overpriced ices and overpriced Skittles and everything like that because, dude, going to the movies now, it is expensive. I'm going to be real. But for real, you know, I am saying this all with the best of intentions. You know, take care of yourselves, drink plenty of water. I myself am about to go to the gym and go pump some iron and work on my figure. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, I will see you guys later. Peace out. Take care. And just know someone out there gets it. Peace.